All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Hello everybody, welcome to the Beacon Bits training webinar number 2. Sorry we're late, albeit 5 seconds late. We're ready to rock and roll. We got Keith getting ready to put on a great presentation today about selling the service, and I hope everybody can hear me. If you can hear me loud and clear, give me a hell yeah, and then we'll go ahead and let Keith do his thing. Hopefully we can fit this in a very short call, like maybe an hour. Everybody says hell yeah. Awesome.
Yeah, there we go. That's what we want to do.
So how you doing, Keith, by the way?
I'm doing fantastic. I'm working diligently and hard to get to everyone's group questions, support tickets, and my direct messaging. So with all of that, I'm putting in some very, very long days, but I love it. I'm here to help everybody, and that's why today's plan of attack is, yes, I will go over some troubleshooting, some common issues everyone's having, but mostly what I'm going to do is by the end of this webinar, you should all be armed with what I call a pitch kit, ready to go out and make your first sale tonight. And if not make your first sale, at least draw enough interest that it gets you a face-to-face with the decision maker for the business that you're going to go to tonight after this webinar. So, Beacon Bits training webinar number 2. And to start off, I guess I will talk about beacons for a second with everybody. So I've had some requests to explain beacons and what the difference is between all the beacons. There's stickers, there's proximity, there's location, and there are these new location ones that help you map inside of a room with more accuracy. It doesn't matter what beacon you buy as far as Estimote goes. Within Estimote, with all those beacons and the HDMI beacon, we can use our system to use all of those. Now, I haven't seen the HDMI beacon, so let me take that one out of the equation for a minute. But from the sticker to the location beacon, all of them will broadcast Eddystone URL. So you take your near.place landing page that you made, you program it as the Eddystone URL, and it will send out soft push notifications to every single phone that comes within range of that beacon. Now, obviously, the bigger the beacon, the bigger the range. So a sticker is a maximum of 25 feet. That's a very, very close range, i.e. like when we did that first slide where it shows someone picking up a shoe, there's a sticker beacon on the shoe, because stickers also have telemetry, so they know when they're being moved. They know what temperature they are. You can put one on a coffee mug and it can alert your phone and tell you when your coffee's gotten too cold, or your hot chocolate, or whatever you're drinking, your hot cider, hot toddy. Beer tells you when it gets too warm. You can, all of this will come with app integration, which we will be delivering to you in August. But until then, we're trying to really ride the coattails and exploit the physical web, which is now being embraced by not just Chrome, but as I pointed out before, Firefox is rebooting or re-updating their entire browser to be physical web enabled. Opera's enabled. You have apps that are specifically looking for physical web things, an app literally called Physical Web, one called PHY, which is obviously physical, is what they're meaning. So this is growing, and it's going to grow really fast. This is going to be a 0 to 1. If I talked about this book in the original webinar, you read that book, you'll realize that beacons are a 0 to 1 philosophy. It goes from unknown to viral overnight, and we are at the ground floor with the most comprehensive platform to deliver this to every single business out there. Now, talking about delivering it to businesses, I hope you all did your assignment and you've got your local business and you're ready to target that business. I'm going to be you, and I'm going to do this completely from scratch and show you how I build what I call a pitch kit. Now, for those of you that have been around for a while that are probably from the DEMM group, you'll remember 3 years ago, I showed you how I would pitch our sales text chat service. and I use keyword shortcode to pitch it, and it would blow everyone's mind and they would sign up immediately. It's expanded upon that now because we have such a robust platform that allows us to do so much. So if you can, please, I hope everyone has a computer that they can work on and something else with which they can either hear me or see the webinar at the same time. If you can at least hear the words that I'm saying and you're in your platform, you'll understand where I'm at and what's going on, or switch back and forth. I don't know how to do this on a Windows computer, but on a Mac, if you just take your 3 fingers and swipe across the trackpad, you can switch screens back and forth, and that's what you can do. So I'm going to go to my Chrome browser, and the first thing I'm going to do is, you guys can do this too, I'm going to go to Google Maps. Looks like I got a place right there. Right, but what I want to do is I want to look for a place that is close to me. So the place close to me that I want to find, that I like to eat at, is called the Flying Pig. All right, and it is in Vista, California, where I live. Flying Pig Pub, Vista, Kitchen Vista, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to right now build a pitch campaign so that I can go to this restaurant tonight, have a wonderful meal, and at the end of my meal, say I'd like to give my compliments to the manager. Get the manager, the general manager, anyone that's got some authority there. Pay them a compliment and say, you guys are so great, I want to help make you huge. I run a proximity mobile marketing company. And let me show you something that I would like to do for you and that I think would make your business huge. So let's start there, right? So there's my Flying Pig Pub there, right? So this is where I'm going to start. I'm going to go to them, right? Actually, I want to go to their website. So let me go back one. I'm sorry. But I'm doing this as if my first time out, so it's okay if I make a mistake. Let me go back one, if it will let me.
Just don't make that mistake on a second try.
Yeah, well, we're doing this in real time, right? Real time, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so here we go. Now, usually they give you a website option. So where's my website option? All right.
Crap.
Since I don't get a...
It seems like they need a website too, so once we start up the mobile website builder in August, you can probably sell them that too.
Yeah, right? So I'm going to go Flying Pig Pub Vista. Let's just search them in Google. So you guys should have done this with your company. Okay, there's website right there. Boom, website. So I'm going to go to website. There we go. Chef inspired, neighborhood approved. Fantastic. There's my logo. There's everything I need to get started. So now what I want everyone to do, and you can turn away from me if you have to and log in, but I want you, we're going to start off with a mobile wallet card for these people. So I'm going to go into my Leads Beacon account, and I'm going to log in. And the beauty of what I'm going to make you guys is we're going to make this once. So you get account. I want you to get out of account, go straight to loyalty. That you can just change the header on this and use it over and over and over again so that tomorrow you can target another business and you don't have to rebuild the whole thing. All right? So let's go. I'm going to do new program. I'm going to call this my pitch kit. Description will be to pitch, right? My country, my language. I don't really have an icon to pick right now, but let's say I choose one. I could choose, well, that's where we go back here. We go here. Oops, cancel that. Go here. I'm going to grab theirs. I'm going to grab this one. That looks like an image I can save, so I'm going to save image as, put it on my desktop. I'm just going to put Flying Pig Pub Kitchen. Save it. Go back in here. I'll use that for my square icon. It's on my desktop. Here's my desktop. Didn't I just save it in my desktop?
It's right there at the top. Right there at the top. Right there. FBPK.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. My brain's going too fast. All right, it's under my account, right? So that's the only account I have to choose from. We're working on this other account thing where you can create it for other accounts later. I'm going to make this just a custom card for now. I don't want any points going on right now for this. You'll see why. Set all your points to 0. I want 0 points on this. In fact, 0, 0, 0. Company name. I'm just going to call it my name for fun. Address. Now here's a cool thing you can do with an address. You can go right to their map, right? And if you take their address, if you get up here, and if you copy and you paste it in there, it actually makes it a clickable link on the back of the pass. At least it should if I get the right link. That might not be the right link. Let me go directions. There you go. So that'll make it a clickable link. Website, not necessary, but I can go to their website. I can grab their website. I can copy it. I can paste it. I don't know what their email is. I'm just going to use my email for now. Phone number, I'll use mine for now because I don't know theirs. Remember, this is going to be for promo, so don't worry about it. Terms, TBD. We're going to use pass verifier. I don't need to do messages. I don't need point names. I don't need anything there. Join title. This is a digital business card. Cool, huh? This is from our last thing. Let's delete this last part. Button. This will be load coupon now. In fact, let's just change this because of it's not a business card for this business. This is a digital, or this is a coupon. How about that? All right, so make it a coupon. What we're creating is we're creating a digital coupon for this customer. I know we're creating a pass, but you're going to see how that it immediately turns into a coupon when someone loads it on their phone. All right, so we're going to create this. Doesn't matter what business it is. It could be a bike shop. It could be a tire shop. It could be a coffee shop. It doesn't matter. You're going to go there, visit them. Hopefully, there's a place where you're recognized as a regular there. All right. So here we go. Here's our customer card. We're going to keep it simple. You guys can get more dynamic later, but I just want to get the gist of this going. So I'm going to customize it a little bit, but I'll show you the only thing you'll need to change on this card is going to be the banner for your next customer. So we'll get rid of that banner. We're going to add a new banner. See if this one comes in. It's not working. So I'm going to go back to their website. I'm going to grab this.
It is working. It's because the logo is white. So I think you'll be fine.
Oh, there we are. Okay, thank you, sir. All right, so now maybe for the center picture, that might be a good job where I'm going to grab this and I'm just going to take a screenshot of that. I don't know how you do that on a Windows computer, but I know how to do it here. And I go to my strip and I'm going to grab that screenshot. I'm going to open it and I'm just going to stretch it out so it looks just like that. And you can do this for whatever business you're doing. You just want to get a basic to show them something cool. Let it load. Looks pretty cool. I think I'm going to make the card black, blackish. That looks a little cooler, right? Done deal. Save and close. Your card is done now. For that business, for the most part, your card is done. But now, when a customer loads this card, they're not going to get this card. They're immediately going to get a coupon because what we're going to do is we're going to go over and go to offers. And I want you to select offers. We're going to create an offer now. right? Name. This is our pitch offer. Description, TBD, right? No start date, no end date, no points, 0 points, guys, 0 points. And I want this to overwrite all offers. That's what you want. You want it to just overwrite everything so that it immediately launches on the phone no matter what. Create. Add music, please.
I'm going to grab it right now. You guys want to hear some Dawkins, some
Right on. A little lover boy, Nightwing. This is just a very, very robust, complicated system, so it takes a minute. Remember, it's uploading a lot of info so that it really works well with Apple and their fascist regime and how they work everything.
I just want to make sure, can everybody see Keith's screen? Because one person said they can't see the screen. I just want to make sure that, because I can see it. Give me a yes if you guys can see it okay. Yep, you're good to go, Keith.
All right, so here's our offer, right? And it's a mimic of the pass we already made. So it's already basically done. But if you want to make it cool for them, right, you just want to put in maybe a little field here that says, you know, 25% off your next visit. Okay? They're going to get the gist of what this can do with these basics. Trust me. If you want to throw more graphics in here that say 25% off and you want to get crazy and you want, okay, we could go up here and say, okay, let's change this logo to my 25 or 20% off deal. Where is it? 20, I think it's in here, 20% off discount. Okay, we'll just change it to that just for fun. Stretch it over, crop it, boom. All right, so let's change this now so that they make sense. 20% off, save and close. All right, publish this offer so it's live immediately, which means now anyone that loads the card is immediately going to get the offer, barring a few seconds of internet time. So what you need now is we're going to need this code right here, and what you're going to do is I want you to copy it, copy that code, and I want you to go and I want you to create a bit.ly for it or a goo.gl or something. We got to shorten it, right? So I want to shorten it, and I'll show you why in a minute. So you're going to paste that, and then it'll allow you, if you have an account, to customize it. This is going to be my Flying Pig Pub Kitchen. Save. Okay, that's taken. All right, let's just make it my my pitch kit. Good. Pitch kit. Save. Taken. Dang it. All right,
It's
pitch.
that damn cuneiform keyboard you got going on over there.
Yeah, pitch kit. This is going to be pitch kit 1231 0001. Save. All right, so I got it, right? My pitch kit 00001. All right, so I'm going to copy it. Save that. Where is it? Pitch kit 1, right? So I'm going to copy this, right? Copy. Now this is the next thing we're going to do. You're going to go into your Beacon Snap account and you're going to log in. And we are going to create an SMS campaign. Because how cool is it going to be to walk into his business and say, I'd like you to text the name of your business to this 5-digit short code and watch what happens. Right? So title page, this is going to be my pitch. Pitch kit 01, you guys can name yours whatever you want. Campaign description. Pitching to clients. I'm in the U.S. I use the short code. If you're not in the U.S., use what you know you have to use. Keyword, I'm going to use, right, what is it? Flying Pig Pub and Kitchen. So I'm just going to go for Flying Pig. and it's available because you see it's blue, right? That's all I need for now.
Type in pizza so we know what one that's already taken looks like.
Pizza. Oh. See, it says it's red, comes out red, and it says, sorry, it's already in use. You can't use that one. So as long as it's blue and you don't get that message, sorry about that.
Are you doing double duty in the submarine again today?
Yeah, Das Boot's on in the background. Okay, so now my message. This is the power of SMS broadcasting. Thanks for joining our exclusive
VIP list.
offers, or VIP list, yeah. VIP list. Click for first offer. Now I like to put a little emoji in here. Put my little finger pointer. And this is where you're going to paste now that bit.ly link.
Right over the emoji. But I want to tell everybody first about the emojis. If you guys are using long codes and you're using emojis in your SMS message, you will get charged another half a cent just because that emoji is in there. So be very cognizant of what you're doing when you're creating your messages.
See, that's why Ed's here, because I just do stuff. I don't think about cost or technicals. All right, so I put my emoji back in. So now that's the message they're going to get, and they're going to click that. Now, just to keep things safe in case they're already in the system, I'm going to copy that. And I'm just going to put it in the already member as the same message. Right? If by happenstance they happen to be already part of something, they're already going to be in there, no problem.
And you want, if they're already in there, you want them to come back too, so it might not hurt to even just like offer like a free side of wings or something with a purchase of a dinner. Make it something different if you want. Because you don't want to lose that opportunity to bring that customer into the establishment.
Exactly. So here's I'm just going to use my list. You guys will put in your list for your subscriber list, right? I'm going to ask for their name, I'm going to ask for their email, and I'm going to ask for their birthday, right? So you can just write, please reply with your name. Same thing that says there, please reply with your email. Please reply with your, your
birth month.
Sorry. Birth month, right?
And you want to give an example. Do like the, in parentheses, 1 through 12.
1 through 12.
Correct.
Right? So add those. So now they're going to go through all this. So we're going to save this campaign for now, right? You can have them, you can be notified on this, but you don't need to set that up right now. I'm not going to do logicals right now. That's for a whole nother keyword. This will show subscribers. Here's the QR code for you. So what you want to do also is you're going to want to take this QR code. You're going to want to go ahead and you're going to want to save that image, right? I'll make it my pitch to Pig's kitchen. Leave it on my desktop for now. QR, because what you can do is you can then show them, hey, people just have to scan this QR with their phone and it automatically will populate their message or text message app to send the text message of the keyword to the short code. Really cool. If you guys haven't played with that, just you scan that, it automatically wants to send the keyword short code via text message.
Hey Keith.
So now, yes sir.
Jump back to setup real quick. So if you notice, we've added a token called customer name. See that token? This allows you to personalize. Go where the SMS message is. Oh. You see where it says customer name in between the percent tags? Grab that percent tag between, right? No, not that one, the other one.
Oh, sorry.
Yep. And just do that at the front and do a comma.
Up here?
Yep.
Sweet.
There you go. So now you personalize it just for that person.
Oh, how rad is that? That is so rad. So once they put in all this, it'll automatically put their name in there. Okay, so I'm just telling you guys, this is a home run pitch kit. So now you have a mobile wallet that you're going to sell them. They're going to get the mobile wallet through an SMS campaign. But we're not done, right? Because that's just the beginning. Now what you can also do is you're going to want to go back to your dashboard. All right, we'll go to dashboard. All right. You're going to want to create a pass. I'm sorry, you have to select a client. So select yourself as your client dashboard. I'll just go to mine. It's now these are all in alphabetical order. Holy cow. You've been working hard, my friend. So there's mine. Find your campaign, and we'll create a wallet pass that is identical to that. So I'm going to go passes. I'm going to add a new pass, right? And this is going to be my pitch kit. So pitch kit, you can only do 4, right? So it's going to be 01. So you guys will have to fight for 02, 03, 05, 45, whatever, right?
Yeah, and we're cognizant of like how many passes we can make based on what's entered for the URL name. So we'll eventually have it so you guys will be able to use a different URL that'll be a little bit shorter, but it'll allow you more things to type in the URL name.
So upload image. I'm pitching these people. So now I'm going to go back to that original image that I got for them. Right? I'm going to open that one, put it up there. Can't see it, so I got to change my background. Black, there we go. Cool. Okay. Font, I can pick something, try to find something similar to theirs. That looks kind of similar maybe. Big, bold, fun, right?
Yeah, let's just do Oswald for now, so it's more readable. You get a page down, probably like halfway down.
Come on, Oswald. Look.
There you go.
Thank you. All right, so now I got my header. I'm going to put in something cool like this is your offer. I got to obviously change that to white or red or something. So we're just creating a quick pass for them, right? Now you can make it a photo pass. You can make a video pass if there's a video for them, a photo, a URL forward. You know, you're just trying to make something that if they happen to catch this on their beacon, they're also going to go through everything that we're doing, right? So our header title, this is your offer, description, TBD. They'll understand that if they're smart, right? We can add an offer image if you want, so you could throw back in that 20% or something similar. All right, now for the button title, this is going to be load coupon. And the link, what do you guys think the link's going to be? Yeah, it's going to be that bit.ly that we just did that should already still, oh, I recopied it. All right, so I got to go back, grab my bit.ly, copy that, go back, put it in there, and paste it. All right, get out of it. Now I want to test it, right? I want to see where it goes. So let's load the coupon. Let's see what happens. It should go to, yep, there it is. This is a coupon. Cool, huh? To pitch. So I can change that, right, to make it better. So let's do that now.
Yeah, the key here is just getting that first template built. So when you go from store to store, you'll be able to just update these really quickly on the fly. So you want to make the content as generic as possible. So you're only swapping out like maybe a few names and maybe a few icons and logos, and you're done. So
exactly.
Now there's a thing to this whole pre-selling like this where you have everything already set up, so it's all about ego. And as a business owner, you always like to see your logos, your content on things that you might want to buy. And that's one thing we've taught for years. Christopher Griffin and I, we did that for years, teaching always set things up first and show them how it works instead of just handing them an infographic and walking out the door.
Exactly.
In this case, this is John. I've been lurking for a while here. Keith's doing such a good job, I didn't have to say anything. But on that point, too, with something like this, going into a business, I've had great success if somebody, I tell them to pull out, their Apple Wallet, and if they have like an airline ticket, most people do, maybe an American airline ticket or something, I emphasize the fact that, how often can a smaller business really have the same perceptual kind of image as a Fortune 500 company? Well, here you can, because the passes are exactly the same. They look alike. Of course, the one you're showing has that company's logo on it. But in terms of formatting, in terms of professionalism, right, it's identical to all the big guys, right? So you're showing the guy, as Ed said, you've got customization, you've got the business's logo on there, and it looks just like the airline ticket or the Starbucks card or those companies that spend hundreds of millions of dollars literally on marketing and promotion, and you've got the identical thing to offer them. That really kind of blows them away sometimes.
Thank you, John. Awesome. So yeah, so now that we're done, everybody, so now you're going to go out tonight, you're going to sell these people, but when you come back at the end of the day, you're going to go into customize, and literally the only thing you need to change is going to be, cancel that, logo and strip. For the next business you're going to grab, and all you got to do is go to their website, grab some images from them, right? And you're just going to switch out the logo and switch out the strip. And that's going to be done. And then the same with the offer. You'll go in. Make sure after you've switched it here that the logo, that the offer has also switched. If you switch it, right, it should mirror at least the centerpiece. This part you'll have to customize, but you're going to leave that 20% off. That's your pitch. You're just, basically this whole thing should change the minute you change the master pass anyways. Right, so now we have the trifecta going on here, right? I've got Chrome Physical Web advertising this business, period, end of story. I've got an SMS campaign to promote this business, end of story. And I got the mobile wallet to promote this business, end of story. Now here's a key thing I want to share with you about another way that you can really push the importance of having a wallet pass and having an SMS campaign. And that is this. I'm currently working with a friend of mine's company that's exploding right now. I can show it to you, show you them here. W. Todd Bath Co., right? I'm working with them right now. Now, they are a friend of mine, started this business out of their home. They now have an office. They sell their product, and it's for, holistic, all-natural baby bath stuff for your kids. I have a 1-year-old, a 3-year-old, and a 5-year-old, so you'll know where I'm coming from. But it expands into, like, mothers and different things. Okay. They're growing extremely fast, but they have a business model they will not alter from, which is this. Every business that wants to sell their product, and if you look them up, and you'll see where you can buy it, you can buy them in many, many states now. They do not allow any business to sell their product online, period. If they try to sell it online, they cut them off and they penalize them. That being said, they have had Nordstrom stores, the Nordstrom brand, the national brand of Nordstrom department stores, contact them not once and get turned down, not twice and get turned down, but 3 times and they have turned them down. And I was talking to him the other day when I was setting up this SMS campaign for him. I'm like, why? And this is going to go, they have 5,000 domestic engineer mothers. I call them domestic engineers, but mothers that work from home, that are their base of their customer base, and they're going to create a special SMS campaign just for them so they can deliver to these 5,000 moms special things just via SMS campaign. Well, anyways, I was talking to him and I was saying, why wouldn't you take the Nordstrom deal? You become a millionaire overnight, and they're begging you for your business. And he said, that's correct. However, I have a far longer term goal. And if I give up my customer base to them, I'll be worth nothing in the end. And I was like, what do you mean? If they sell online and people can buy online from them, that's their database and they own that customer database. And I was like, yeah, but they're buying your product. He's like, my product doesn't mean anything when a venture capitalist wants to come in and buy my company. They don't care about the four walls that I'm in. They don't care about my product. They don't care how cool my packaging is. They're going to ask me, what is my customer base? And if I force every business to only sell it out of their stores and anyone that wants to buy it online has to come to our website and buy it directly from us, I build the customer database. And especially in today's market where everyone's buying everything online, because I'm like, why don't you go to Amazon? And he's like, for the same reason. It builds Amazon's database, which is what makes them a billion-dollar business. Why is Facebook worth so much money? Because they own all of our data. We're their customers. Owning customer data is the most important thing, and having it. Every restaurant you go to, they're not set up in any way, shape, or form to actually own customer data. If they want to sell their business, if they're not a chain already, it's not their recipes, it's not their chef, it's not their servers, it's not their ovens, it's not their four walls that someone's going to buy. They're going to buy their customer base. And if you can't show that I have a customer base of 100,000 or 1 million people, and here's their names, and here's their emails, and here's their text numbers, then you have nothing to sell. And it diminishes the value of your company. And so my friend with this company, he's exactly right. And he's brilliant because 5 years from now, when everyone is forced to go to him and his website to buy a product, and they get their name, address, phone number, credit card to sell to them, they're going to have a huge customer database. I defy you to walk into any restaurant or coffee shop or anywhere and say, do you even know who your customers are other than by face? Do you have a database of your customers? You don't. This is how you can build that database. So this is a whole nother sales pitch that you can sell to them, is by SMS broadcasting, you create a database of your customers that is sellable down the road when you sell your business, when you want to retire. With Mobile Wallet, you create a customer database because we get a customer database in here. You get customers as they start loading these things in, right? So, oh, thanks, David. First customer, and one anonymous. So that's another pitch to them is, what are you doing to create a customer database? Because that's key to the future, especially with millennials and people online shopping. So now with all of these tools, you guys have everything to walk into a store tonight, have a great dinner, have dessert, have a drink, whatever it is, go buy a cupcake, and then say, hey, I happen to have just started a proximity mobile marketing business. And I think that I could really, really help you out, and I like you so much, I'm willing to just give you a huge break on this. And if you have them text their company name, you can do GIFs, by the way, isn't that cool? Text their company name to the short code, and then they get the link, and then they click the link, and then the link loads the customer card, which happens to be this dynamic offer all of a sudden, right? For them to get a coupon. Wow, that's awesome. Or if you say, hey, check your phone, look at your notifications. Do you happen to see this thing that I'm broadcasting right now over here under my campaigns? Right, we go back to our campaigns. And they're like, yeah, and they click on that. And that leads them entirely to going to downloading the mobile wallet card. And then they get the mobile wallet card. Now you've gotten the trifecta of sales pitches to give them every product immediately, right out of the gate, no holds barred, right? This is your offer. And done deal. Am I missing anything here, guys? Who wants to chime in?
Yeah, there's a lot of questions about this is great for iPhone, but it's not that great for Android. Well, if the offer is good enough, anybody will download a Pass app to be able to see their coupon. So I think that as long as the offer is good enough, and I always say, if the business has something that they can give for free, not only are you going to get a better chance of all those apps getting downloaded so they can see the coupon, but you're going to get probably a good customer that may return more often because they've been given something for free.
Right. And remember, the title page is what shows up in their notifications, so make it dynamic, make it fun. Like if it's a food place, like if I'm going to a pizza place, right, I'm going to like find pizza. You know, put some emojis in there, make it dynamic, you know, add fire, you know, add lightning, add all kinds of things. So just make the notification enticing enough for them to be like, yeah, I'm going to open that. That looks, that's cool, right? There's pizza. You know, there's probably also, they're going to serve beer, right? So then I get back in here and I'll be like this plus this plus this, you know, equals 20% off.
And drunk.
Come in now, right? You know, these people are going to come in. You know, if they see that on their notification from a physical web notification, and you throw in just text your business name to this 5-digit code, they're like, how do you have my business name? I'm like, well, like web addresses. Once you own the name, you own the name, and I own that short code, so I can own any name that goes with that short code. Period. There's your pitch, guys. Go out, have dinner, say, I'd like to show you something. Text your business name to this short code. Check out how dynamic that is. Scroll down, see if you got the message from my beacon. And now you have my mobile wallet. This is digital coupons. And if you're in a uber liberal town or state like I live in, which is California, and you tell them, wouldn't you rather go digital than kill trees to make paper coupons? They're going to buy it, period. Now, if this doesn't get you a face-to-face with the decision maker by tomorrow morning, or a sale tonight, then that business owner has no idea how to run a business. And this is where I say, if you walk in with these three things, and at the very least you say, I love your business, I love your pizza so much, I love your coffee so much, I love whatever so much, I'm willing to give it to you at cost, $25 a month. And they say no to that, they're idiots.
So let's be realistic though, Keith. You're going out and selling, what are you selling it for?
What am I selling it for?
Yes.
Each piece is $99.
And then do you usually have like any kind of wiggle room built into that?
I do. So what I'll do, here's my example like with Mobile Pass. You go, okay, here's Mobile Pass. This is $25 a month. Now, check this out. We can customize this thing. For example, and thank you for bringing this up, Ed, because this is another demonstration I want to give. Because there was some negativity out there in the group about geofencing, and I want to show you why geofencing doesn't have to be negative. If I go to Google Maps and I see the flying pig, right? I'm going to go show you another business that's not that far away, and we're going to geofence them. Where is it? It's over here. Oops, sorry. Wrong way, right? So there's a new business right here. They're not showing up called Rosati's. There's Rosati's right there, right? So let's look at Rosati's for a minute. Okay, I go Rosati's Pizza. We got Rosati's Chicago Pizza. There's their address. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to take this offer and I'm going to go to locations.
And I think, I know where you're going with this, Keith. I think once you start getting into this part of the pitch, it might not even hurt to invite, after that person has the pass on their phone, invite the person to take a ride with you and let them get the notification on their phone.
Sure, absolutely. But what I want to put here is that this is how you can help another business, because the flying pig doesn't make pizza. So you can say something when someone goes there. They can say, the message from you can be, great, pizza. Tomorrow, use your coupon with us, right? Because they're going to see the ad and it's going to be like, great pizza, use your with us. Who's us? They click the offer and it's going to pop up this offer right on the face of their phone. They're like, that's right. I forgot that I had a 20% off coupon for the Flying Pig. So after our pizza, yeah, tomorrow, if we're, or whenever, let's go back out. Let's go have our let's go to Flying Pig. So you don't have to be disparaging to another business. You don't have to say, come to us now. We'll give you a better deal. You can say, enjoy your pizza, enjoy your burger, enjoy your bike ride, enjoy your muffin or your whatever you're having, because we like their food too. But remember, you got a coupon with us for the next time you go out or for tomorrow. That can be your geofence text message, and that's geofencing the coupon. Remember, you also get to geofence the program itself. So I got sidetracked, but this is where I upsell. I'm like, if you would like to geofence, I charge $10 per location, right? So with 10 locations, you can easily bring someone in who's at $25 a month because you're lowballing them because you just want to get that sale, which is okay. And by the end of it, with 10 geofence locations, now you're up to $125 a month. And then, yeah, every time you want to you want me to make a new coupon to send out, $25. They want to do a coupon a week or a coupon every other week. You could easily have one account up to a couple $100 a month very easily, and they will be happy and ecstatic about it and never complain. Because the worst thing you want to do is, and we've had this, is if you charge a customer retail, and you think about when you go to buy a car. Do you ever buy a car for retail? No, you always try to negotiate that price down. If you go into a business at full retail price, they're going to try and beat you down. But if they don't beat you down that month and they sign up, guess what you get to do every single month that you have that account? You get to fight with them to keep their business. You got to keep convincing them why you're valuable to them. You got to keep them on board. You got to show them all the analytics. You got to show them all the this and to show them that and to show them that. It takes so much time, effort, and energy, so much love and maintenance to keep a customer that's paying premium versus 20 customers paying below premium. Because they're so happy that the price, it's like having Netflix. Yeah, I never watch it. Or a gym membership I never go to. I still don't cancel.
Well, and I've got to remind one thing too, right? It doesn't even matter what you start the price at. As they build their database out, right? They're never going to leave you, right? You've got that database, right? They're hooked on it. The only way they have access to the database is through you. And so start them off, as Keith says, very, very low. And keep adding the add-ons. But the fact is, when they get that database up to 100, 500, 1,000 of their customers, they're never going to leave. Because if they leave, they lose that database. So it's a way to hook them and get a customer really for life once they're using it.
Exactly.
Yeah, and like I just said, the database is their most valuable asset. It's not their recipes. It's not their coffee. It's not their beer. It's not their muffins. It's their database. Okay. Where are we at? Q&A?
Actually, I want to say another thing about the SMS part. Obviously, it's going to cost you about $0.01 a piece to get a customer. Now, in your specific campaign, you're probably going to use about 6 SMSs. It might even be 8. So you're talking 10 cents per customer. Let's just round it off. How do you compensate for those charges? Is there like an addendum to your contract that you have with the client?
Yeah, I mean, in the beginning, when we first started this whole thing 3 years ago, and I could go find it, but if you wanted to buy a keyword, it was $1,500 a month for a single keyword from a company. So if someone wants more keywords from us, you can do the same thing. You can say, yeah, if you want another keyword, it's $25 a month per keyword.
I think John was getting, what, $75, $100 with the dealers you were selling to, weren't you, John?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Again, they love these.
Depends on how much money they have.
Yep. They really love to get into this, and as you show them some of this stuff, I mean, it's kind of like rocket scientists to them, right? They really get into this and all the things that they can do with the geofence, and now it's a matter of presentation. But once you have that presentation down, these guys are hooked. I mean, they're there.
Now keep in mind, you'll be building a list that are both SMS and mobile wallet. So with that said, you now have the ability, so let's say a store says, you can say to the store, hey, you got slow Thursdays, we can send out mass text and mass mobile wallet notifications to your list, and make sure that they get it, and make sure that they read it, and make sure that they click the link. You could charge, let's say it costs you $0.01 per text, charge them 2-3 cents per text and base your pricing off that for a mass send. So now you just created another avenue for income.
With mobile wallet too, what we started to do is flash sales for the service department, because they can, I think I said this before in another webinar, but they could never actually do flash sales, right? I mean, by the time they got an email out or something, it was, they couldn't really time it that well.
So I just want,
they can change that coupon, so they can literally do flash sales on the fly once they have a big enough database. I'm sorry, go ahead.
yeah, no, so I was just going to say, so what I want to say is, the other thing is, with your SMS campaign, all you got to do is keep adding the next name of the next business you're going to send to and not change any of this, right? Because you're going to use the same bit.ly link for the same pass for every single business. So literally the only thing that you guys have to change to go sell your next business and pitch them is change the pass. You don't have to change anything else, because all of this is going to work exactly the same. You're just going to add in the name of that business. And look at that. Look, Ford, Chevy, Toyota, Honda, Sonic, Chili's, all available. Five Guys, not available.
You just stole all John's keywords.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say this. No, not those manufacturer names.
There, I got them now. Too bad.
Oh, God, there's going to be a fight. There's going to be a
Oh, I
fight.
got Aston Martin.
Oh, no, he's got Aston Martin, too.
Jaguar. Oh, you know. So anyways, so what you guys can do now is you just add a name to the campaign you already created, which you have listed as like your pitch kit. Go back out tomorrow with another business. Here's the pitch. Hey, check this out. Text your name to this number. Boom, they're going to get this, which is going to automatically flip into an offer, because the offer is live, active, and overrides everything immediately with 0 points required. So it automatically turns into the digital coupon. So that's what they'll see. And then you let them know that once that coupon's redeemed, it just turns into a store card that's always in their phone, so that you can continually send them coupons and alerts.
Yep. Keep in mind, from the last webinar that we did, when Keith hits the publish button, it dynamically sends a message. Doesn't it send a message that it's changed?
You can't. It depends on how you set it up. If I set it up that way, then it'll do it. So if I go and configure, and this probably behooves us to have it be dynamic, but when you go into the configure, Ed, where's our music?
Oh, I totally forgot to do that.
Dynamic, it'll say when points are scanned, but the other one is right here. Or no, not points. I'm sorry. It is in the offer. There's just so much here, guys.
Hey, while you're doing that, I had a question that's related to the geofences inside the mobile wallet. What
Right
is
here,
the,
you
what
can
is
enable the message right here.
awesome?
Go ahead.
Put your message in. What is the maximum distance for the geofence on the mobile wallet?
So for mobile wallet, I believe it's 1,500 meters, and it's not adjustable.
Gotcha.
Is what it is.
When we have the app, you'll be able to adjust that, fine-tune it down to about the inch.
Yeah, you'll be able to bring it down, but I'll show you really quick on here that it's a set distance. This is kind of an Apple thing. We just tap into it. Let me go to Flying Pig well, I want Flying Pig Vista, right? South Santa Fe. Boom. Right, and then I can go to satellite view, right, and then I can zoom in, and you'll see that the radius of it, maybe I should go to map, you'll see the radius, but that's how big the radius is. And you can move it, like you can move it around. You know, maybe you want to move it a little bit over here. There's a
I would
we
put,
have a turnaround.
if that business was in that building right there, I'd put it right in the middle of the building.
Yeah, so it's right. It's this whole corner right here. There's a crappy bar across. You can put it, right there, so it hits a little bit of the bar, hits their parking lot. You can move it around a little bit. John and I played with this, when we did the Las Vegas airport for the last NADA thing, and people were getting hit all over that airport and all over the convention center because I had these things everywhere. And then you just save it, right? So I have it in there. I can say welcome back.
Yeah, keep in mind
Welcome
too
back.
that the placeholder on that may not match what you're typing in. So if you remove all that text,
yes, sir.
And then you can put it back if you want, but they get the idea. It says location description. That should say message to send.
Yes, it's message to send, right? So it's welcome back. And
I was dreaming up some stuff.
Now you go there. Every time that's what they're going to see.
Hey, real quick, I was dreaming up some stuff yesterday, and people were getting all the passes confused with the mobile wallet pass and the beacon passes. I was thinking about calling. I think it's a pretty good name. I was thinking about calling the beacon passes cookies, web cookies.
Whatever you think's going to work.
I'll take. Anybody had some ideas? But I was thinking of web cookies, renaming passes web cookies.
I like calling things that go in a wallet a card.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Cards go in a wallet, passes are web passes and different things. And then, and I brushed upon this earlier, but I just want to show this because it really came upon one customer or one of the guys in the group really big. If you go to account, and I'll take any Q&As that are out there, but I want to show you something else that someone's going to do to try and trump the Groupons and things, is if you go into account, and I'll go to one that I created for the NADA that we did. Now, I changed these numbers because I was showing someone earlier. I made some screenshots. But a registration ticket. You guys can make tickets for events. If your local bar is going to have a guest DJ or a guest band and there's tickets to be sold and they're using, what is it, Eventbrite, and when you use Eventbrite, you're paying a proceed of your ticket sales to them, or if you use Ticketmaster, you're paying a proceed of your sales to Ticketmaster, you can create your own frickin' ticket and not pay anybody but yourself for the ticket to get into whatever venue it is for whatever reason it is, and get everyone to go digital with this thing. So as this loads, you'll see I created this. Ward's Auto, a magazine that John is frequently on the cover of. He's probably embarrassed now because he's so modest and humble, but he's always on the cover of that thing because he's brilliant. We created this pass, right? For the industry summit. So what you did here is where you go is when you create the pass here, you create it under account, right? In distribution, payment, I made it 1 cent, so I was trying to just show a demo, but it was $1,445 in U.S. currency, or you could do euros or whatever country or whatever. You choose the payment provider that you have an account with.
Oh, that's pretty badass. I did not know you could do this.
No, you go with your API username. Now, I didn't set this up properly. I was just trying to show someone a demo the other day of how you do it. So, you guys are going to look at all my stuff. I got to delete all this as we get into my account. Anyways, but yeah, and then you save it, right? So you got distribution, right? Branding, whatever you're doing for your branding on it, your actions, redeem it, reactivate it. You make placeholders. Relevance, you can add beacons, so it fires off the ticket with a beacon, right? To say, hey, you got a ticket to this thing. Locations, you can geofence, so that the minute they get to the location, let's say they bought tickets to the hockey league, or I don't know, I don't do hockey, but NHL, whatever. The minute they get there, because it's geofenced, their ticket automatically pops up on their phone, automatically. Right, you go into designer, you change the design. I did, if you guys can tell, that's the Paris. It blurs it in the background because it was held at the Paris Hotel, was where everyone was staying for that summit. But you can create all these cool tickets, so you can go out and really trump a lot or bypass or whatever a lot of people that are selling things on Groupon or this and that by using beacons to say, hey, buy a ticket right now at 20% off to come kayaking on the lake, or rent a bike, or do whatever, and they hit the link because they got the physical web message, or text this thing in to get a special discount ticket. They go in to buy the ticket, and it tells you right here, watch, I'll show you, because I put this in here, that when they go to the ticket, they can't grab the ticket on their phone unless they actually buy it. So when, oh, dude, where'd my ticket go? Sorry. Go ahead.
There's another good model too, is pre-selling services. So let's do an example like Red Lobster, right? They have that Lobster Fest. Well, let's say it's $40 for the Lobster Fest per person. You could literally pre-sell it for $35, so everybody knows they're saving $5. I think this is like the Groupon model, I think.
Yeah.
They're saving $5, but the store is getting the money before they've served anybody. And if Groupon is any model for a business, you can ask the business, you know, Groupon takes the money for people that don't show up.
Oh, yeah. They don't give that to them. They don't pass it on.
That's exactly. Instead of doing that, now you're giving the money back to the business because they might have pre-sold 100, and 10 of the people never ever showed up. So they just made $250 and they did nothing.
Exactly. And every bar now, because MMA is so popular, every time there's a UFC fight, and there's one this Saturday, I guarantee you guys can go to some bar somewhere, some sports wings, whatever place, and get them to sign up to sell their own tickets to the UFC fight to come watch it that night. They just put this QR code right there on tabletops. You want to come to UFC fight night, scan this code, because when they scan this code, it's going to lead them on their phone straight to here, which means they're going to have to buy the ticket. Boom. Check out with PayPal, because that's who they set it up with, and it's going to be not 1 cent, but $25, 50, whatever it is. I mean, there's so much going on here that I'm telling you guys, if you guys can't take everything I just gave you right now, I'm sorry.
Well said. A couple more questions. This is something that, let's try to like get through this confusion here with the beacons and mobile wallet. Beacons are not required for mobile wallet, but let's talk about when you want to use a beacon for mobile wallet, Keith.
Okay, when you want to use a beacon for mobile wallet, all it means is, like I just said for a second ago, and I'm sure this question came in before that. If someone buys this ticket, right, I can put a geofence location for this ticket, which is the location of the event, which means the minute they arrive to that location, they're going to get a lock screen, hard push notification, a vibration, an alert sound, whatever they have their phone set to, and across the lock screen is going to be like the name of the event, and they're going to click on it, and then this ticket is going to pop up on their phone because they have it loaded. That's geofencing with the ticket, right? Is that making sense?
Let's talk about geofencing with a beacon.
Oh, with a beacon?
Yeah.
Geofencing, the beacon is the geofence.
So essentially, I could do this. I could use that technique where I get people to buy my ticket and put a beacon at the location. So when people pull into the location, they can literally get a push notification that says, hey, you want to park in parking lot C for this event.
Yeah, absolutely. Beacons expand your geofence. Think of beacons as micro geofences, right? Because geofences are really huge and you're using Google Maps to place them. Beacons are small tactile devices. So they're micro fences within geofences. That's, I guess, the best example. Because you can have a geofence and then a beacon within the geofence. So that when someone gets to the geofence, they get one message, but then when they get within 50 feet of the beacon, they get a different message because now they're closer to where they need to be. How about that? But neither one, you don't need either or the or. Like mobile wallet does not need beacons or geofence to work, and beacons don't need geofence or wallet to work. They have autonomy.
So when I'm setting up a beacon in my scenario where I want to notify, hey, everybody park in parking lot C, where would I set up that message again? I would just set up another pass, wouldn't I?
Yeah, you'd make a pass, right? You'd make a pass that says, you know...
I'm just trying to think like my members here, the questions they would ask.
Yeah, you'd go to, you know, you'd go to into your, let Let me go to my account, right?
Once I enter that UUID on the mobile wallet, right?
Right.
What determines the message that's going to go out from the wallet side of it?
It's just gonna be the wallet. What you're gonna get from the wallet is gonna be whatever the name of that pass is.
Gotcha. And that's
All
going
right?
to be that's going to be a hard push, right?
It's going to be registration ticket. That's what's going to pop up, or description's what's going to pop up. It's just going to be like boom, boom, registration ticket.
Gotcha. So if I wanted to do the parking message, I would in the template name I would put pass in parking lot C.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Correct. But like, yeah, so, you come here, welcome to the physical web. The page title is the messaging. And then they see the link under it.
That's if you're using Eddystone, right?
Yes, Eddystone URL.
Okay. Geofencing does not cost us anything, right?
Correct. Doesn't cost you anything, but it costs your clients money. So, okay, I had someone do this. When you go to locations, if your map doesn't appear, just reload it until you see a map. We're working on this. It's getting there, but
another reason too is sometimes your browser's zoom needs to be at exactly 100%. That's the instance. That's why it happens on my end.
Yeah. Well, what's 100% then?
No. The zoom of the actual browser itself.
Well, I can get this to show up if I redo it. Oh, there we go. So now I got it, right? So this is where, you can put in a name. So here I could put in Flying Pig Pub Vista. I got to go to their address, right? Or Rosati's, whichever is easier for me to grab an address at this point. I'm not spelling any of this right, but it should bring it in, right? There we go. There we go. So there it is. So now with Rosati's, right, I can look how big that is. Now I'm covering Flying Pig over here. This is a huge radius. Or I can dial it in right on top of the restaurant. Now this geofencing has nothing to do right now with beacons or wallet or SMS broadcasting or voicemail. It has nothing to do with anything right now. This is going to be used with our app coming next month. The custom app you can build for a customer and our consumer app that they can have for free if they want.
Coolio. All right, let's get some questions here. A lot of people waiting for their shipment of their beacons. Please be patient. They are in the mail, as they say.
I've heard that before.
Yeah, I just want to say something about the free beacon, if I can chime in here.
Sure.
So I'm getting a lot of support tickets on it, and I have everybody's name on the list. Please make sure that you have filled out the free beacon form that's in the back office. That way I make sure I have your shipping address. And we are still waiting for that new shipment of beacons. So if you didn't receive your beacon yet, we're still waiting on it to then be shipped out to you. So if that makes sense, hoping to get them this week. So like John said earlier, we had no idea there was going to be so many people signing up. So we did not have enough beacons at all. So thank you for your patience, and if I seem surly in the support ticket, it's just because a little bit.
I think overall, Elena, I think Eskimo is having a manufacturing issue
Okay.
because it's showing on multiple sites as you can't buy them, and people that have ordered them have not got them, and I think their promise is like 10 days.
Okay. Yeah. So I know that. So that backs us up even further. So I'm sorry, guys.
But you know what that tells me? That's good news, because where you could get them easily overnight, now you're waiting for them. That tells you that everyone's jumping on the beacon bandwagon.
That is true.
Yeah, we had a first supply, so if you're lucky enough to have the supply that we anticipated, you probably have your beacon by now. If not, we've got to wait for Estimote really to get us the bulk beacons, and then we'll get the turnaround. We'll get them right out as soon as we get them.
Yeah, we just don't have them right now.
Yep. So what Keith showed us tonight is a sales presentation without needing a beacon, correct?
Correct. Or with a beacon. That's why I made a pass, right? I made a pass so that you could say, hey, are you getting this message on my pass? If you have a beacon already, you can start playing with it, right? If not, you can say, hey, I'd like to present something to you. Would you text your business's name to this 5-digit code? And what do you think of this coolness that happens? Because then they're going to get, where's my ticket? Anyways, I got to get out of this. It'll take forever. But you guys can see if someone loads that, they got to pay for it, right? But then they're going to get that. They're going to get that mobile wallet card, and they're going to be like, "Wow, that's cool. That's my logo. That's professionally made. That looks just like my website, but now in the palm of my hand." Yeah, and I can geofence that thing.
And Keith, you called it a trifecta. I actually have a superfecta.
Okay, get down.
And that's going into that pass that you made for beacons.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Over here.
Yep. Go to your campaign, which you're in. Go down. Click on Enable Push Subscription.
Oh, I forgot. Yes. Thank you, Ed. I need
now
to
do hybrid notifications. So when we get the app done, and this doesn't even apply to the app, but when we get it done, you got to do it too. You can now send a hybrid message, which means it'll send an SMS, a browser notification, a wallet notification, all those notifications simultaneously. If you really want to get that message out to somebody.
Oh yeah. Right. How cool is that? We will keep you in the know.
Four layers of communication with a customer.
Yeah, I totally forgot about the browser notification or the browser campaign. So yeah, now you've got them all in the superfecta, right? They're in all 4 things. You just demonstrated 4 ways that they're going to create a customer database, reach out to customers, and build their brand or build your brand. Maybe you're in this because you want to build your own brand. Use all of these tools to build your own brand. Period. And you'd only have to charge yourself your monthly fee.
How could you forget the browser notifications? As Fred,
because I've had a lot on my plate.
As Fred Sanford once says, "You big dummy."
You're right. That's why we have group webinars, because I can't remember everything.
Yes.
Hey, why don't you hop in the Facebook group there for a second?
Yes, sir.
And I just want you to play that video of me sending a notification using our new rich notification system. So this is part of the browser notifications. My video probably got pushed down to the very bottom. So let's just play this out.
This one?
Oh, right there, yep. So this is me. Click to enable.
What's up here?
So I'm sending a broadcast message, and this is what a rich notification will look like on a person's device, no matter what it is. Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
And it doesn't cost a dime. You could do your own title, your own description, your own logo, and your own huge image and make it click to wherever you want to go.
So there's browser notification. So yes, Ed has added the superfecta to what I was trying to present to everybody with doing all of these things, all of these cool things. So you're using mobile wallet, you're using SMS broadcast, you're using browser broadcast, and you're using physical web. Any business that doesn't see the value in that for a bare minimum of $25 a month, I'm shocked they're in business.
People are asking, how do we order more beacons? There's a link inside of the back office. I know John is working on some links where we can get the other dev kits that you might need. But currently, I think the dev kit that is included is the 3-pack. Isn't that correct?
That's right.
Yeah, it's all 3-pack. It's the 3-pack location beacon.
Yep. We're working on the others. I should have them soon. so we can order everything. But that's the 3-pack location. That's the big guy.
Estimote is really loving us.
So, when people ask, what's the difference in the beacons? Like, it's just that with beacons, more is better versus less is better. So the location beacons just can do far more than a smaller beacon. That's all. But a smaller beacon will do everything you need it to do. Even a sticker will do everything you need it to do.
Okay, somebody says they're more confused than I was before. Okay, about the browser and the physical web. Browser notifications are a totally separate system. If you've ever gone to the website and it says at the very top, as soon as you get there, would you like to subscribe to notifications, yes or no? That's what that is. That's totally separate, but it can be included in your scope of the products that you offer your customers. As I said before on the webinars, we're trying to create a service where there's a lot of useful things that you're going to use, but there's also stuff that we have that's going to be in case of emergency break glass type of product.
Yeah, I mean, I get it all the time. Like, I go to visit a website and it tells me, hey, this website would like to send you updates and information, allow or deny. And I click deny.
That's the ugly version. We have a prettier system than that.
Yeah, ours is pretty, but it's the same thing. You go to a website, that website immediately wants to grab your IP address, and you have to opt in to allow them to now broadcast ads to you all the time.
Let me get a couple more questions and we can wrap her up. I guess if you want to address some of the issues and struggles people are having, like they get their beacon, they can't get it to connect, it's all part of the process. We went through it too. I guess, what can we do, Keith, just to make it easier for the people that get their beacons?
Okay, the first thing I have to say is we're not the hardware manufacturer. Sorry, we're not. And there are hardware mishaps sometimes. Sometimes the hardware doesn't work like it's supposed to. We create the interface with the hardware. The best thing to do when you've gone through the app and you've claimed it, but then it won't let you connect and you're having issues with it, is you have to contact Estimote. And I know I can't remember now off the top of my head because there's so many people I'm talking to in the group all day long. Someone had Estimote troubleshoot them how to get their beacon to interact with the app because they claimed it, but it wouldn't connect to it. And then we're going to post those steps. If you're listening now, if you would post those steps and what Estimote had you do. But, that's something ultimately on Estimote's side. We're a little bit, at the mercy of Estimote when it comes to interacting with their hardware. We have a great software that interacts with it. It's kind of like, a Dell computer and Microsoft. We're the Microsoft to a Dell computer versus, the Dell computer is the Estimote beacon and we're Microsoft. That's the relationship going on there. So if the hardware is not functioning properly, that's a Dell issue, not a Microsoft issue.
And you might also have a hardware issue or software issue with your phone as well. Always recommend updating your phone to the most recent version. Always update your browsers to the most recent version so things will work.
Yeah, the biggest issue seems to be claiming beacons.
And there was a post the other day. Someone said, well, I can't get a message on my iPhone. This service is totally useless. This was never intended to get a message into every single phone and just have a mass rush of people going into a business. It was never meant to be like that.
Right. This is just another level.
Certain people that have certain settings on their phones, especially talking about iPhones, can get a message. Almost 100% of Android users might get the message if they have Bluetooth on. And they have, I think, 69% of the market share. It's slowly dropping, but keep in mind, too, Firefox is starting to come out with a physical web, and there's a lot of Firefox users that use iPhones. So the reach is just going to keep getting bigger and bigger. And I use the example, is why is this form of advertising useless? It's kind of like saying, why are TV advertisers advertising on TV when people use their DVRs? There must be a reason behind it. The message must be getting to some people, right?
Yeah, I responded in that link that one of my beta testings with my restaurant was a person, the physical web is the new billboard because you put messaging where people's eyes are, and everyone's eyes are on their phone. So when you go to a plaza, you park your car, you get out of your car, you're getting ready to go shopping or go eat or whatever, the first thing I see everyone do is they go, well, let me check my messages real quick. And they open their phone and they see what texts came in while they were driving if they weren't doing it while they were driving, right? And at that moment, they're going to see a notification from a beacon from the restaurant that's in the parking lot. Now, at that very moment, maybe they're not hungry. Maybe they're not interested in it. Maybe the message from their father who's in the hospital was more important to them. But what I found out is that people realize that after they keep going to the same location, because they're regulars to going shopping or whatever they're doing, and they're like, every time I come here, I get this one notification. I don't get it anywhere else but here. And after 3 weeks, they click it. And then they realize, oh, that's what this, oh, it's the restaurant. Oh, I'm going to go check that restaurant out then. Maybe not today, but tomorrow. But that's where they get customers. It's that repetition. This is just another layer on top of it. You can't oversell it and say, oh, if you put a beacon here, everyone that walks by is going to come in and buy your sandwich. That's never going to happen. I mean, put out a sign that says free sandwiches to everybody, and everyone walking by is not going to go in and ask for a free sandwich. I promise you. It's just not going to happen. Yeah, a lot will, but a lot of people will walk right by and not go get a free sandwich. It's not going to reach everyone when they're ready, but it's being there. It's being in their face on a regular basis, because that one time you do walk by and someone says, hey, I'll give you a free sandwich if you come in here. Well, I just ate. I'm not interested. But the next day you walk by and they give you the same offer, but you happen to be starving. Heck yeah, I'll come in and have that free sandwich. So, it's not guaranteed to be get 100% of every person that comes in contact with it. But it's getting the name out there. And that is the most important part of advertising and marketing, is getting your name out there. And if your name starts showing up on people's phones, they're going to start noticing.
Now, and I've got to tell you too, I'll publish this in the group site. If you look at the trends and look at the stats on beacon use, they're very exciting. I mean, you got to remember, this technology was pretty much hit the market in 2013. It's less than 5 years old, and by next year there'll be 500 million beacons out there. The hardware is getting cheaper and more efficient, and the things like physical web that started as Chrome physical web is getting more ubiquitous again. Now in the new version, that it's going to pop up right when you search in the search box, the Omni box, and you're going to see more trends like that. So getting in early and getting a client base conditioned to using this. Now, it's not going to hit every time, right? But the trend's your friend in this situation, right? And this is a very low-cost, on-location way to grab business, which will become more and more vital to physical businesses versus digital businesses.
Yeah, and if you guys are going to be giving beacons to a business, always charge them.
Yeah, don't give them a
make them pay for a security deposit. If they're going to have it for free, at least get a security deposit out of the deal.
You can get good money for the beacons, right? They understand they can't get this physical device that does all this for nothing. So don't be afraid to charge.
Okay, anything else? If any of you guys are still confused, I would just recommend you guys rewatch the webinar. The replay is going to be up probably about 10 minutes after this call. Any other things you want to talk about, Keith or John?
No, I just wanted to give them the trifecta, which you just went up to the superfecta. And I told everyone, be prepared, with your computers to work. So hopefully everyone has already built everything I just built while I built it. And now we can close this webinar and you can go out to dinner and you can sell this after dinner. Or you can go out for drinks and sell it after drinks at the bar, or wherever you're going after this webinar. You are locked, loaded, and ready to go, because all you got to do is say, hey, text the name of your business to 69696 and check this out. And they're going to be blown away, and they're going to be like, how'd you do that? And I'm like, I did that for $25 a month for you. That's how I did that.
Remember when we ate at Trappers and had the turtle soup? That was you, Keith. You ate the turtle.
Yes, yes.
Well, they had
I
that
remember.
little card, that little subscription card, and I was just testing their SMS system, and it was totally non-compliant. I let the owner know, and they actually removed that card because when they heard about the fines that they can get, they removed it.
Yeah.
So yeah, Keith's got this here. Not only can you sell this, but you can have fun selling this because this is neat stuff that the owner's probably never seen or the restaurant's never seen. So I mean, you can not only make good money, but you can have fun doing this because this is really neat stuff. And at the price point you're coming in, really, as Keith said, nobody's going to say no. The guy that says no, you know, we wonder why he's still in business.
Yeah.
And you got them hooked, and then you can do some of this stuff. And that's one point. The other point is if this all seems overwhelming because there is a trifecta or a multifecta, or I don't know how many fectas there are, there's a whole bunch of stuff.
What's the fecta?
Take one piece first, right? I mean, set up that keyword and take pieces of it first, get familiar with it, and then roll it out, right? Just master one piece and then go to the next piece and then go to the next piece because we've been doing it a long time. Right, but I got to tell you, we didn't catch on, you know, overnight to every single piece too. We've been doing it a real long time. So just take it by piece, learn it by piece, and then have fun with it when you go out and introduce it to a business because I guarantee you'll blow them away.
Yeah, and we're gonna keep giving value. This is gonna be another one of those systems where we're just gonna constantly update. So there's always gonna be something. So you're gonna want to always be a member, because if you guys quit to get back in, it's gonna cost you guys a lot of money. We're talking several, maybe even $1,000 a month when this is all said and done. There's not going to be anybody out there that's going to have the features, the functionality that our system has out there. And I can tell you right now, the gurus are chomping at the bit after seeing what we just launched. I'm sure the word got out there. I know a couple of them are already probably start working on a beacon system right now. Well, they're a little late to the game. I'm sure you're not going to want to have to quit this system to buy their system just to get upsold on more crap week after week after week after week. We don't play that game. So keep that in mind. You're with a group of people that sell what we make. We're probably the only people out there that actually sell what we make.
Yeah, we won't introduce anything unless I've sold it, right? And sold it multiple times and know everything. And as Ed says, we've got some neat plans down the road as well that are unique in the industry. I mean, we've gotten to know some of the best technical beacon people on the planet, right? And we bounce our new ideas off of them. So, yeah, master this, have fun selling this, and we'll always keep it fresh for you. We're ahead of the game, and we will keep you ahead of the game.
If you guys think beacons are cool, you have no idea what's coming.
Yeah.
Right, John?
Absolutely.
It's gonna be a fun ride, guys.
Just for fun, I went and because the Beacosphere is something I created and came up with, I grabbed the domain name, but I'm telling you, we are the most comprehensive proximity and mobile marketing agency you can be a member of or find out there, period. If someone doesn't sign up for one, some, or all of our services, right, for $25 a month, a year later when they realize they need one, some, or all of these services and they go out and piecemeal it and it's $250 to go have a beacon campaign and it's $250 to have an SMS campaign and it's $250 to have a mobile wallet campaign and it's $250 for this and that, and they're in something $1,000 a month to several different vendors when they could have just been with one vendor at a great price. Yeah, this is not an if, this is a when.
And we talked about this before we even decided to launch to our members. We launched first to our DEMM members, which is sales text chat. We wanted to basically, if we wanted to sell this directly to the big businesses, we could have done it. But we gave you guys first dibs. We're going to sell it to big business anyway, but we're giving you guys the opportunity to get your hands on it and do what you guys can do with it. We did the same thing with sales text chat. And John, I don't know how much you want to tell about sales text chat and where that's going, but we're pretty much sealing the deal on a huge, huge contract, which is probably going to get us hundreds of clients every single month. So
Yep.
we gave everybody ground floor opportunity on that to get their feet wet and be first to market, and now it's our turn. And it's going to be the same thing with this. We're giving you guys first dibs, and once you guys go to market, or if you don't go to market, or if you guys don't do anything with it, we're going to go big with it. So the decision is yours.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, this is a 0 to 1. If you guys have not read that book, 0 to 1, go read that book, 0 to 1, and you'll see that this is a 0 to 1 program. It just is. How to build the future. This guy created PayPal. He's a billionaire. And we are 0 to 1. Here's another book. If anyone here, here's one thing, I'm glad I thought about this. If anyone here is timid in any way of selling anything, or you've never sold anything, or you want to have more gusto, oops.
I thought you were going to put the art of the deal in there.
No. This is the book for you. If you read this book, you will never, ever, ever, ever second guess, talk yourself out of, or be shy about selling or talking to everyone and anyone about what you have, period. I shared this book with a friend of mine who's got his master's degree from Pepperdine University to become a therapist. And I read this book and I told him, bro, if you read this book is more insightful than anything you learned in Pepperdine, and if you applied these principles to your patients, they would cease to be patients tomorrow. You'd have no patients because they wouldn't need you anymore. He read the book and he's like, oh my gosh, dude, I hope my patients never ever find or read this book, or I will completely be out of patients and out of business.
Yeah, if anybody you guys seen that movie, Boiler Room?
Yeah.
And he's doing a meeting with his group. I mean, there's a lot of cuss words in it. I'm not really going to say it, and I don't even show you the video, but the guy pretty much sets it straight. He goes, pretend you're the big swinging you-know-what of this business. You don't have to pretend like you're some poor guy that's just going in and begging for someone to buy something from you. Pretend like you own the freaking world when you talk to these people.
Yeah, like I said, you want to pay your compliments to the chef and the owner of the establishment because you enjoyed your meal so much, and say, I enjoyed this so much, you know what? I'd like to give you a gift. I own my own proximity mobile marketing agency, and I'm willing to give you my products and services at cost. And if you throw out your monthly figure to be members of this, it's such an odd number because it ends in a 7. They're going to be like, oh, that must be cost. It's not like a $9.99 or a $1.99 or something weird. This guy's literally going to give it to me at cost. Cool. If you can at least get that one customer that covers your cost, you're never sweating being a member. And I think we've given you the tools to go out tonight and get your next month dues paid for by the bar, the restaurant, or the bakery down the street. Any more Q&As, Ed?
I don't see any. Yeah, actually, I want to play this video. Put the screen over to me.
All right, let me figure out how I was supposed to do that. Hold on. There you are. Boop. How do I
Actually, you know what? I'll just post in the group because we're getting to that stage where we might lose the webinar. So I'm just going to close this up. If you guys have more questions, hit us up in support. Yeah, we're at the 1 hour, 33 minutes. So goodbye, everybody. We'll see you on the next webinar. Next Tuesday, we're back on schedule. If there's ever a holiday that falls on a Tuesday, we're always going to reschedule it for maybe the next couple days afterwards. So always keep that in mind. Reach out to us in support. Bye, everybody.
See you next Tuesday. Bye.
Bye-bye.